Oh, alrighty. Hello, and welcome back to some good old art. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hope everyone's having a good one. I am just finishing up sorting some stuff out, so you're gonna have to give me a moment. I have been rather busy this morning, so you'll have to forgive me just a touch on that. Okay. Alright. That should be sorted. Yeah, I actually realized while setting up the stream yesterday, that it's actually been a whole minute since we did art. Just cause, like, we've had so much other stuff going on, and it's really easy to just keep playing Tomodachi Live. I don't know what else to say on that statement, really. Yeah. It is a very addictive and fun game. Give me a sec. I need to also go find my references. So what are we doing today? And I need to make sure they're all loaded correctly. So I've kind of talked about this before. But I've been, like, working with, like, Bug and such, and Bug and Yao were trying to discuss, like, ideas for the VTuber model. Yao's giving me some good solid advice, from their perspective. Bug has literally been sitting there designing some stuff, alongside me or for me a couple of times. Bless their souls, they're amazing people. And yeah, the other day we did, me and Bug did a sit down where we went through a bunch of VTubers, a bunch of, like, just anime guys in general, but especially VTubers, looked at designs that exist currently and what has other people done, what can you learn from those things, that sort of stuff, right? Also, yes, sorry, I actually do see the chat, and I know that it's not turning up on the thing. I'm trying to fix that, by the way. But yes, hello everyone. Sorry, so Clap, Camel, Dark, Nightmare, I see you all. For some reason, Twitch has not been connected. Again, if it wasn't evident, I've been scrambling a little bit this morning. Oh, that would fucking explain it. We're dead? Yeah, no, this is just the voices in my head. There we go. Okay, now it should be working. Right? Right. Right. You look connected on my end. What? Okay, you're now green. You've been cursed by a restraining order? That tracks. That's the first thing that comes through on the thing as well. God damn it. There we are, though. It's working. We're alive. We're all alive. Yeah, no, so I've been doing a bunch of work. I'm really sorry. I know I normally show the, like, warm-up exercises or, for the beginning of the day. I literally can't because, I've been doing work. That is my, warm-up exercises. I literally cannot share, the stuff. I've been requested not to share it. So, getting scammed of practice doodles, yeah. How's the PC build going? It's getting there. Dude, I don't want to talk too much about some stuff, but god damn, I'm getting there with it. I will fucking do it. I swear to God. Getting there. Stretch. Wants an X-Blood canvas so you can barely see what you're working on stream. That's for when I do loot stuff. Slideshow Malith is almost gone. Yeah, I mean, like, we're back to Slideshow Malith because I'm trying to fix stuff as well in the background. And again, it's the nightmare of when I'm streaming from my PC while also doing the stuff on my PC. Surprisingly enough, it does make it stutter a bit more. Just a little, you would never guess. This poor computer, man. It's trying its best. When's your next hentai? Fucking like a few hours ago, honestly. The next one will probably be later today when I have the time. And I move on to the next thing that I have to do. To be fair, I do have one, like, I have a few sweet commission, like, very cute commissions that I can work on, before doing that, which I probably will. But, yeah, no, goddamn, there is one that I have taken far too long to work on because I'm trying something new with it, because so much of it is skin. That I wanted to try learning some texturing techniques on it. And because of that, I've taken like 2 extra weeks than I should have working on that commission. I feel really bad for who commed it. To be fair, it's a friend of a friend that did say no time lock on it, which we haven't even talked price, but literally the price I'm gonna tell them is like, hey, just pay me as much as a large Big Mac combo and whatever more you feel like paying. That's it. You made a request. I've taken ages to get it done. I'm sorry, but I was doing some experimenting. So, you'll have to excuse a bit of it. It's what happens when people that know me commission me. So I'm very relaxed. You're skinning people? No, but am I able to even no, I can't. I don't think I can literally show any of the texturings that I've learnt with, like, doing the skin, of the characters, because I'm gonna say now that art is definitely not safe for work. Is this Tomodachi alive? No, this is Malith Life, and Malith Life is a lot worse. Did not know you did commission work? Wait, you didn't know I did commission work? Nightmare? No, I do comm work. It's where I do a lot of pornography. Seriously, though. Like, legitimately, welcome to, the thing of Malith. He does commissions, and a good chunk of them are porn. Jornu skin practice now? could probably show a little bit of some of it, but it's gonna not come off as nicely. I'm gonna warn. Because it is still very tentative phase. But the idea is, okay, you're gonna have to give me a moment to find, get these colors here. So if I just make the entire canvas so skin colored, and let's just ramp up the brush size to be an obscene amount so we can work with it. Yeah. You can see, by the way, the program's lagging because I'm doing stuff on such a large scale. But the... yeah, by the way, I stopped, like, I'm gonna draw. Okay, I've taken my hand away. That's how long it takes to do the rendering of what we're doing right now. So if we do this, probably better as well if I do this. Accentuate a bit. And then I think, is it this color? No, it's not that color. Yeah, I think it's that color. Such a large canvas. Yeah, I don't know. Oh god, the program is... Okay, no, I don't think that's the color I'm looking for. I think it's this one. That's the blush color. We're looking for... I swear it's gotta be this one then. It's not gonna work on this scale. My bad. The idea is, though, is that you put a darker stroke on the edges on top side as the flick over counterpoint, and then you blend it a little bit, and then you redraw it harder. If that, like, kind of gives an idea. Like, I will be allowed to show the art that I'm using for this practice after I finished it. So it's probably just honestly easier to wait till then. That being the case. We just want to find these commissions. So this is where, as much as, like, I talk about them, I don't share it on stream. I want to keep my streams and my commission, like, my actual commissions, page separated because, again, there is pornographic content on that. And while I share bits and pieces from time to time, I try and actually measure out what I do. I just don't want the brands to mix, basically, is my argument. It's not a great argument. But it is something that I do think about from time to time, of just, I don't think that you guys really need to see that side of me. And realistically, I've said before, if someone in the chat ever goes, oh, but I would like to commission your, yes, I would like to commission your, put your hand up, DM me, we'll talk shit, because that's basically what happens on those platforms anyway. The difference is that you're doing it separated from that problem, even if it's more illicit. Like, again, the thing I'm doing at the moment's for a friend of a friend, and he asked partly while I was on stream. It was when I was complaining that I didn't get to draw enough Yuri. And everyone's like, we'll commission you for Yuri, and I'm fucking happy, because everyone commissioned me for Yuri all of a sudden. Good times. Anyway, the promise for today, though, as I was kind of alluding to a bit earlier, is we're going to work a bit on, the Malith design. Gonna have to give me a moment to go through and find just a generic thing to work from. It's because I'm not gonna spend the time to try and like figure out all of that. The hell's Yuri? One of the best things ever. It's girls love. It's lesbian. Gotta love it. Why is everyone like that Spy Family side character? Your brother? Yeah. Why does everyone like that one character from Yuri on Ice? Just, again, the irony that his name is Yuri, but it's Yaoi. I don't hilarious that you're straight, but all you do is think of get. I'm not that straight though. What? Clap. One, I'm heavy bi, and two, if anything, I'm more heavy to the gay side. I like men far more than I like women most of the time nowadays. How dare you insinuate I'm straight? Straight as a noodle, exactly. No, but I mean, like, yeah. Soon as it gets wet, exactly. Feel like a fish out of water here? What do you mean? I mean, is it because you're from the lake? This here, like, for real, not just stopping by. No, you're all good. Don't worry, Clap. Okay, I just want a basic body shape to work with that I know is what we're kind of wanting. It was broad shoulders. Pornography and sexuality isn't your expertise. Well, I mean, like, neither... Well, I guess it kind of could be considered an expertise I have now. Because I've done stuff around it so much. Like that. Haven't been tainted yet. I mean, no. To be fair, there is a lot of people out there that aren't, like, deviants like some of us. Which is fine, and it's good. Nothing wrong with that. It's better than being someone like me that is, so far down the fucking rabbit hole at this point. That just looked really funny all of a sudden. Sorry. Reminds me, BRBM, DMU, male prig hentai I saw today. Hell yeah. I mean, what? What? Why are you like, ah yes, I must send him imprig. Send my Discord friends and VC talk about relations and advice, I go super quiet. See, we actually ironically enough talked a bit about this yesterday. Like quite a bit. I have a lot of relationship experience. Right? And then obviously I have my last relationship that was the dumpster fire that it was. I've been always someone that people come to for advice on a lot of different things, regardless of it being like for specifically romance or life or whatever. But I mean, yeah, some of the discussion yesterday was about like what nowadays I would be looking for in a relationship, even if I did end up looking for one. I'm pretty much not looking for one though, because dear God, they're a nightmare in their own ways. I mean that with the most love I can. Okay, let's use that for now. We can do some stuff with it later. I'm kind of on the lazy side. Again, this is supposed to be just a foundation that I can draw from for now. Nightmare mentioned. Okay, so let's... Okay, first of all, I gotta have a look at whatever this fucking DM was. I will have a proper look at that later. Anyway, because that already looks, like an interesting read. Where's my reference again? I literally had them up. There we are. Ah! Stop calling me out for the posture. Dude, okay. This is where I'm gonna self-report a little bit, right? Games, I'll lean forward a little bit, I'll do a little bit of the shrimp posture, or I'll like, dependent on the game, if I've got a controller in my hands, I'll like lean back a bit. Right? Art, I'm horrendous for. I curl up. I curl up so badly while doing art. This is part of the reason why I would like to get a better tablet one day. Because I'm hoping if I can get a better tablet, I can get one with a screen and have it at an angle in front of me, so I have to sit a bit better. Because, like, at the moment, my tablet is not an actual, like, proper tablet. It's... I mean, I've shown it before, right? It's the cheapest, like, Huion you can find. Just buy a corset? Fucking have corsets. That won't change it. I'll just drive that into my stomach. It's also probably not good for my back, because my back's already fucked. Okay, so it was these twos here that I wanted, like, an amalgamation of. Give me a second, I'm getting my reference art up. I think you should invest in more belts. Just more belts, man. Just keep adding belts to the design. What do the belts do? They're belts. I don't know, they'll hold something, secure something. Fucking shut up. Those tablets are expensive. Oh yeah, no, some of them can be, right? Like the one I've got's like, I think when I bought it was like 70 New Zealand, like 70 bucks New Zealand. So like, what, equivalent to 50, 40 maybe US, maybe even less than that. Like, I bought it for under 100 years and years ago. Whereas, like, now I probably should move to a tablet. I actually have one lined up that I was looking at. To make the whole outfit out of belts and, like, bandages. That actually sounds really funny. Give me a second to find the one that I have been looking at. I was eyeing up at one point. I think it was like $500-600, and it's like my monies. A second has passed. 1 second. Oh, it's sold out? Oh, that's annoying. But it was about $600. BDSM, is that like a K-pop band? To be fair, there probably is a K-pop band called BDSM without knowing the connotations. The tablet I was looking at, to those that were curious, is the Huon Canvas 13 Gen 3. That was the one I was looking at for a while, and that's like, that was $600, but that's apparently out of stock with no information on when that's going to be changed, because it's a factory direct product, so it means they probably just stopped making it. The Webcom Monk Pad. I mean, I could probably look up via brand in the tablets or something like that. Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, that's very spinny. Wait, you got hit by auto mod? What'd you get? Wait, it auto modded his name? Alright, I'll allow it through. Hopefully it's gonna leave. Huh? There you go. I let it through. That's dumb. But again, graphics tablets like very further down the line, right? Because it's PC gets finished, then probably sorting out like a couple things. I mean, technically speaking, there's also the VTuber model itself, right? Because I talked briefly about it, but once we have a design going, I am going to be outsourcing a lot of the work for it. Right? I will be hiring people, or I will be paying and commissioning stuff for it. And that's gonna be a fun one. Right, there you go. Can I be hired for negative $1? I mean, sure, go for it. Let me know, I might be interested. I mean, what you're gonna be seeing today is the accumulation of the research that me and Bug have been doing, and me testing some ideas for what the model will maybe look like. So you get to see right here, right now, what we're trying to think about. Let's see. What's the difference between a normal Clintic tablet and a pro-Clintic tablet? Yeah, admittedly, this is where I actually show some ineptitude. I don't know. I did not get into digital art until much later in life, and that's why I bought a cheap tablet, because I was not sure I would commit to it. And I didn't, technically. For a very long time, as I had this tablet. I've had this tablet for longer than I've had this PC. I'm pretty sure. So this tablet I've had for like 10 years. At least. And it's only really seen use in like arguably 4-ish of those years. Hydrate? Oh, I will do that. Malith was an iPad kid. I will have you know, while I did get access to an iPad at one point, I only borrowed an iPad for a couple months. All I see is mainly is color, can I think? Pro has, a lot more digits. Normal is okay. So it's probably, like, the color opportunity that you can, like, see. That's, like, my assumption based on that. Like the color fidelity, maybe, that you see on the tablet. Which, admittedly, there is a very valid argument to that, but I'm like, eh. Alright. Gotta love the McDonald's golden arches, the hair. Shut up. No, don't make me hate this hair. Made a Greg Tech mod for Terraria? Sounds about right. And then, okay, with those, now that we've kind of transitioned into the other stuff that I need to look at for the hair, because that character only had short hair, I kind of wanted to have longer hair. Okay, there we go. Gary was unanimously banned from his own Gary's mod forums? What? I feel like I need, like, so much information on that. What? How? Why? What? Sounds like a Reddit mod power trip. Oh god. There's always a good chance that that's the case, actually. No, what was the rule? It's top of the thing to the thing. Yes, top of the ears equals the bottom of the eyes. About here will probably have to be where the eyes. Assume Gary would have highest privileges. I mean, a person can have highest privileges and still be removed, right? Human dev behind Gary's mod and Rouse was banned from knockout forums due to not disavowing his co-worker over their anti-immigration sentiments. It's created as a successor to the Face Punch forums, the once official community for guaranteed what runs. Yeah. Wait, so he was banned because he didn't disavow someone. My question is, right, to that immediately. I must ask this, and I'm asking this purely out of, like, curiosity. It's only he didn't disavow, right? And not that he agreed? Is that what happened? Because I'm gonna be really mean if that's the case. And I think we all know where I'm going with that if I'm saying I'm gonna be mean. Because my personal opinion is, it's perfect, it's fine to stay neutral. If that is the case. Like, there's nothing wrong with staying neutral. Don't need to be dragged into everything. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah. Look. I've said before, a person can be a dirtbag, but also do good things. I like to disconnect a lot of people from a lot of that sort of stuff for a reason. And right there is one of the main reasons. Just gonna do this in another layer. So I can move it around freely. Look, again, we've said here many a times, I don't condone bigotry, right? But I'm also not going to cast someone out purely because they believe something. If they're public with that belief and that's a problem, sure. But, like, there's a level of it doesn't hold relevancy to the scenario. At least in my eyes. I feel like those eyes are so high up, but it's probably because I haven't actually drawn the chin yet. Can't change someone's mind if you can't talk with them. Well, I mean, like, I take the opinion of, right, like, I'm not gonna try and change someone's mind. That's not my point. If they're willing to have a discussion, sure, right? If you're willing to have a debate, I'm willing to meet you on that thing. But the problem is, after my experience of university and stuff, most people don't actually want to debate. They just want confirmation of their bias. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's also why I stress. I just don't go and give a shit. If you're wrong on the internet, I'm not gonna take my effort to, like, correct you. Right? Because the internet's not a location where you can have nuanced discussion. It just isn't, by its design. I don't want to live in an echo chamber. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the other thing as well. Like, I've talked a few times on stream. I'm not wholly right. Right? Like, I'm not correct. All the time. I make a good job of being able to present my argument, and a lot of times even chat have agreed. Like, they don't agree with my point, but they get where I'm coming from with my argument. And that's all I care about at the end of the day. Well, no, Jen, I'll stress this, right? What I define as bigotry, myself, is something that, like, trust me, if I saw it, I would ban people. Like, bigotry is unprecedented attacking of individuals, their character, straight up lying for the sake of lying and not for any other potential external things, like humor. You can lie for humor's sake, there's nothing wrong with that. But like actively trying to almost mislead with the intention of harm, or the intent, or from a place of incompetency. There is a level of I dislike that. Now, the incompetency side, I'm willing to waver a little bit, but like it is that sort of stuff. It's disproving the ability for people to be themselves, be however they feel, and it is accepting that other people have other opinions. You can do that, you're not a bigot in my mind, right? Like, if you can see another person as another person, there's nothing wrong. You treat them with dignity and respect. And that's what's important. Now, I'm just some dumbass on the internet, so I can't really change anything in this world. But keep in mind, like, I am I was very vocal at one point in my life for a lot of these sorts of things. I've talked before very briefly on a few topics of the fact that, like, I did used to, like, do public speaking. I used to work in the political scene for a few things. I've seen what actual bigots look like in all stages of, like all levels of things. Bigots are everywhere, sadly. It's people that don't see the value in other people. Chill in politics. To be fair, I did a lot of politics. I did politics in my degrees, primarily the first one around education. I did a lot of public speaking with a lot of that stuff, and this is why I stress, I don't bring politics, like actual politics, to the discussion very often, because it's polarizing. It's highly polarizing. So irregardless if you're, like, objectively correct, someone may feel offended or disenfranchised. So that's important to do. I only heard that word online and not face to face, and found a lot of people say if I don't hold certain beliefs, that'll be my label. Nah, if they're telling you that, they're the bigots. It's basically equivalent to say you're an asshole, right? Like, I don't condone assholes. There are 2 wolves inside me. Ow. Dude, there's 2 wolves inside me. It was a hell of a good meal. Me when I say instead of eating a horse, I could eat a wolf. For a time I thought bigot meant gay person. Again, there is an apology I shouldn't make for using the word bigot, is that, like, it is an ambiguous word and it is used in a lot of different contexts. So it's not got, like, a clear-cut definition, and part of the definition I just gave is, a self-imposed definition on it to just simplify an argument, right? So forgive me for that a little bit. Is that it is just straight up me trying to find the course of least resistance. Or the path of least resistance, sorry. But it's why I stress, like, I'm not right all the time. I've been a bigot many a times in my life. Everyone's been a bigot at some point, in some capacity. Someone said to someone, I don't agree with you, or I don't respect your opinion, and not given a chance for either side to, like, debate. And you're not wrong for that. Again, there's a reason why I stress, like, politics is something I try and avoid on the channel purely because even if everyone agreed with me, there's gonna be some people that feel left out or caught out by some of the statements that might be made. Right? And I don't want to disenfranchise people, because then that comes right back around to bigotry. Look under your chair, there's a bigot. Exactly. Okay. I don't have that one piece of art that Bug had, do I? Well, me and Bug's DMs are really something. I miss doing dumb things for the sake of it. Yeah. I mean, like, this comes to that thing of, like, there is a level of charm the internet no longer has in my eyes that makes me a little sad sometimes, like, to think about. Right? Like, there's a bit of whimsy that's been lost. few solar rotations ago, I did non-stop November Pokemon Roulette Edition. Sorry, what? Nandeska. Okay, chat, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Because you'll be able to kind of join me on some of this. So a lot of VTubers I've found have, like, for male VTubers, have boob windows. Right? Like, the chest window. I kind of don't like it that much. But I can see some of the charm for it. What do you guys think? Based on where we're going with some of this design so far. Right? Does Twitch TOS count it as under boob? I don't. Well, no, I don't think so because I actually can't remember the rules for men on that one. But like, to those that are wondering what I kind of mean with the boob window, jokingly as the the chest thing, is like their shirt would be like here, right? Like that's the V of their shirt, and all of this would be seeable. Or, quite prevalently, I've even got a reference up a second ago about it, where it's like this. Like, I see the charm of it. But it's not really the style I can think of it. If here, yuck. If no here, okay. Good point. Good point. Is bringing out the 60s vibe. To be fair, you have to understand, right? In real life, when I go out, I have like a dress shirt that's like about here, buttoned out, with the collar like not popped, but like this. And like, yeah, my chest hair comes up to like here. So, you know. Oh, is my own physique matches one to that bland model? I mean, mine's not far off either. So that's kind of the reason why this is the design. I've got incredibly broad shoulders, which is where like a bit of the desire is coming from to do the broad shoulders on the character. I don't want him to look exactly like me, but I do want to utilize design stuff that it feels familiar enough, but also different, right? Twink? This isn't Twink, this is far away from Twink. Actually, the only difference I have is my thighs would be way high, like, probably out here, and, like, far just this. Like, legitimately, that's probably the biggest difference you'll find between me and this. Rock the Metal Gear Solid 3 Eva suit. I actually don't know what that looks like. Gonna have to look that up. MGS3 Eva suit. That's a little bit more chest window than I think I'd be aiming for. Fanboy? I mean, to be fair, it is my preferred thing. If I could get my body to being it, I would, but I can't because my body is built to be a brick shithouse. I'm intended to be big. I hate it. Make it tickle. I think I might get banned for that. Just a thought on that. Let's go shirtless with very distinct and disturbing nipples. Yes, that was intentional, by the way. Gotta love the asymmetry. To be fair, that's the thing I'm gonna have to fight with on this design the most. I don't know if any of you guys remember the discussion when I was designing the original stuff for it all. But one of the things I kept talking about is how I don't really like asymmetry for the baseline design. Because like I like the idea of a cleaner design initially and then working to asymmetry later. However, after quite like again a very long effort of looking at different characters and everything, we came to the realization straight up it's just more people want asymmetry in their design baseline. Should I make his hands bigger and make them yaoi hands? Oh god, I have to... No, you wanna know why I'm, like, following the detailing of this as heavily as I am? I haven't drawn a guy in a while. So I'm just like, this is easier to just track the model that we've got here when I'm trying to just design a concept instead of doing, like, an actual scene. But god, yeah, I've not done a male character in a hot minute. The closest I've done is furry males. That's a very different set of physique stuff that you need to do for that. Fake men enjoyer? I resent that purely because it's a not by choice scenario. Added as fake men enjoyer, twittered cancer him. No, not Twitter. You draw furry? What pays the bills, my man? What pays the bills? I don't, like I've said before, when I'm doing commissions, I have very few restrictions that I actually really care about. If it's individuals, like actual, like VTubers, for example, and it's more than one of them in a scene, I need to have confirmation that they're not against it, or I need confirmation that the art will never go public. And I will not do anything that I, like, fully, heavily just disagree with, personally. Other than that, fucking anything. And, trust me, it's probably quite hard to find something I just fully disagree with. How much are they paying you? That's a mixed bag. Again, it depends on the piece, depends on the complexity. That's the rules I have for it all. But, like, as a rule of thumb, a high quality print for furry things, like a couple hundred. To be fair, that's also with like a turnaround of like about a week, 2 weeks at most. Two weeks normally, because it's had to either take ages for the person to respond, or many like back and forth moments of, hey, I don't like this, don't like this. Which, again, if it never works out, then I'll just tell them, hey, look, I can't do what you're clearly wanting, I'm sorry. That sounds like a lot. It is and it isn't. Keep in mind, think of it like... so this is the thing I'll always kind of defend artists with for a little bit of it. Think of it like this as an argument. If I make a piece of art that takes me a day or two to do, like I'm heavily... I've been told I'm considered in the category of I'm undercharging for some of the stuff I do. But like, think of it like this. If I spend 2 days working on something, I need 2 days worth of money, to justify that. And almost all the money I have that comes from commissions goes to paying off some, stuff to ensure that it doesn't affect anything else. Is that your side gig or your 9 to 5? It's equivalent to my 9 to 5, but so like, I do commissions for art and for programming. I get hired out to companies from time to time, but not as much recently, ever since what happened with the external. I basically ruined that for me, which has been painful, because that was where a lot of money was coming in. But a lot of that money just goes to paying off outstanding debt that I incurred from my last relationship. And my degrees. I know how it works. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it's one of those things of whenever you hear, like, a model like, costs, like, $5,000 to make a VTuber model, you're like, what the fuck? And then you realize it's a multi-month thing sometimes. And they're doing multiple at once. It's like, yeah, no, this is... Dude, I could live off of about... I live off less than 3,000 New Zealand dollars a month as it is right now for, like, paying my bills and like, my immediate stuff, not counting extra, outside stuff. So if I was charging that amount of money for that sort of stuff, yeah, it would take me months to do, but, like, fuck, yeah, it's good quality, you're getting out of it, and they need to make the money. At the end of the day, there is a mixed point with it all, right? To be acknowledged, which is, again, there's a fine line. I feel like I charge too much. People tell me I charge too little. I try and find a middle ground with it all. Because, simply put, I acknowledge how do I put it? I don't see my art anywhere near as good as other people do. It'll always be the case. It's just the trait of art in general, is you're never gonna think of yours as better than it is. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, charge as much as the other side can agree to. I mean, there's a reason why, like, I have base rates, but, like, 90% of the time it's down in negotiation. That's why I say, like, if people in the chat want art from me, it is genuinely DM me on Discord, because I'm not going to charge you a flat rate. I'm going to charge you based on the complexity of the piece. Like, let's use an example point here of ones that I can show, like, legally show, for whatever. Using ones we've even like drawn on stream, actually. If someone asked me to do to this kind of caliber, right? One of the pieces I've done. This would probably cost, I don't know, because I could get this done in like a day or two nowadays. I would probably do a better job with the fucking hair. But I'd probably charge this at like, I don't think I've ever priced this higher than like 60 or 80 New Zealand dollars. Which is far too low, right? Arguably speaking, for how long it takes me to make it. Request that you add a new nose bead to that real quick? Sure, done. We have that already, remember, boss? Who's this? This was Iron Mouse. This was something we drew on stream when I was doing texturing practice. As you can see, the most of the focus went on stuff like the boot and the skirt and the shirt. And I was learning some stuff about skin at the time. But yes, there was a toggle that we also added where it has like a nosebleed, slightly tinted eyes. Yeah, it's a bit fucked. Was it you that suggested it? I'm pretty sure it was, Clap. Hey, you devil. But yeah, like, this is a piece that that's probably about where I charge it at. So what's that? Even at its highest pricing, that's what, like 60, less than 60 US dollars? Realistically, what I would probably, if I was to charge at a rate that actually makes me, like, sustainably safe, I would probably nearly have to double that. And I do not think that it's worth doubling that. But I've been told that it's like, oh no, this is worth, like, 80 to 100 US. I'm like, eh. I didn't change one bit since then. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, there's so many pieces that I have in the background at the moment for commission work. And I appreciate those people that have asked for commissions in the community. That a lot of y'all have actually gone, hey, there's no, like, time gate on it. And I say, that's very much appreciated because it's one of those things of, look, in the nicest sense, I'm gonna prioritize the things that make me the most money. I don't like saying that, but you understand what I mean, right? $100 is like 2 weeks groceries. For me, to give an idea, my rent is 300 New Zealand dollars a week. There's all of the other bills. There's, again, like I said, debt payments that I need to deal with. And for me, sadly enough, it probably costs a little shy of, like, it's probably about 80 New Zealand dollars. So that's about 40, 60 US, again, as groceries each week. And that's also not including medical costs that I have to can pay for as well. It's, again, it's the reason why, even though you'd go like, wait, aren't you making a lot of money from art? I don't make a lot of money in general because almost all of it goes out the window immediately. But as a short example though, using what we've just talked about, if someone asked for a sketch piece, I would charge them like, I don't know, 10, 20 bucks based on what it is. Right? Gonna go now. Remember, take care and water. Catch you later, Clap. Have a good one. What's a good example of a sketch piece? I guess the Neuro Sisters one's probably a good one. I keep wanting to go back to that because I want to do more with it. But to those that haven't seen this is what I'd probably consider like in the range of a sketch piece. Probably a bit more cleaned up than this, but like this is something that takes me a couple hours. At most. So yeah, I'm gonna charge fuck all for it. As you can see, like, it is literally in the process of I was trying to re-sketch it up, and... So that's Yuri? Technically no, because it's sisters. I want to see that one finished. I would like to see it finished as well. But like, another sketch one, to those that forgot about this lovely piece as well. It was the Buff Yawa. Like, that's probably one I'd charge like 10 bucks for. What else is there? But it's, I think that's trying to, like, giving the idea though, right? Sisters and Yuri are not exclusive. I'm not disagreeing. But like, here's a example of one that I worked on for Bug at one point. I did, and like I was trying some different styles with it. But this goes to show you, like, I have done furry. And while that's not the way her feet are done, that's the way I tend to do furry feet. Is that sort of styling. What else have we got? That's kind of fun to look at. Japan's a wild country. I mean, they're got a lot of creative freedom in the country, which is why a lot of their stories tend to have more wacky and wild, but other than that, oh god, there's so much art here that I wish I could show, but I really can't. I still need to finish the punk Yawa design. But this is probably an example of one that I would probably charge quite a bit for if I was doing it realistically. Right? Because this one's got like a lot of detail going on for it. Once it's actually finished as well. Bar in the middle of bug and pub kebab vibes. I mean, yeah. But like this one has details at this point already before we've gotten into like later stages that I would normally not put into a piece if I wasn't getting paid quite a bit for it, right? As a soft example, the nails actually have like design on them. Flower. The flower's not been done. As you can see, the hair's not finished. There's a lot of detailing that's still missing. The lighting's still not finished. The eyes haven't actually been done yet. And the gloves haven't even been touched upon either. There's lots of details that are currently missing from this design that I would finish at some point. It's just been very busy with actual commission work. Again, I have like at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces I can't show right now for a variety of reasons. Did you decide on a genus? There's 2 I've got in mind, but one of them I'm probably not going to do purely because of another reason that I can't explain, and is why I can't actually tell you the genuses that I'm looking at. I know that's a cop-out, I'm sorry. Oh, here's another one that's like an example of like, this is a sketch. This took me a couple minutes. And I would love to finish it, because I actually really think this is cute. I need to finish this fucking hand, whatever the hell's going on with the teacup. Again, want to stress, Yao was the one that asked for that one. So if anyone goes, hey, isn't that the character from that thing? Or based on that character from that thing, realize yeah. It's not just me that wanted it done. Alright, so now I'm gonna do outfit designing. That I've got like the body measured out, kind of. But yeah, contractual obligations can be a hell of a stunting thing sometimes. Especially when I want to show you guys stuff, because it's either it's pornographic, it's contracted, and I can't show it, or it's both. Right? Because, yeah, there's some things in here that I'd love to show, but yeah. Dude, this one I really want to show you guys, but that is fully down to the person once it's a bit further along. Which, they responded to me this morning, but they didn't tell me what their thoughts were, which was really frustrating. Me when Malif wants to show commission porn on stream. I would if I could, legitimately. But sadly enough, Twitch is actually, I think, the problem on that one. Because you're not allowed to do artistic nudity anymore. Well, we only had that for like a week, but the point is. Couldn't imagine drawing naked furries for 8 hours a day. I've talked about this before, but like while drawing, there is a part of me that's like very disconnected from the scenario. So I'm like, I'm looking at what I'm drawing, like I'm doing all the stuff, I'm doing all the reference, and I'm like not absorbing in what's going on. I'm trying to just stick to doing my job, right? I see it like that. a lot of the time. Does lead to moments where I do take a step back and look at what I'm doing and going, wow, I'm really just drawing pornography, huh? One of my famous ones recently was I was in the middle of drawing a full-blown Yuri thing where a character was putting their fingers somewhere, and I just kind of like sat there after drawing it and drawing juices for the scenario, and I was like, huh. Wow. This is what I do. This is what I do with my life. I can't explain this easily. Dude, I would love, but to be fair, I don't draw that much furry commissions because I just don't get that many because there's much better furry artists out there. If I got more furry artist commissions, furry art commissions, I'd probably be doing a lot better. Your history helpful in drawing the P. You'll be surprised at how much history I don't think plays as much of a part in the design stuff that I do nowadays, because like there's tricks and techniques that I do, and I've talked about this before with art. In fact, if we go back to the punk Yawa piece, this is one of the best examples of what I'm talking about, right? So this piece here, if you actually look at it, its body doesn't physically work, right? Like this is not how a body moves, and it is, you find ways to get away with not that being not the case. The clothing here does a really good job of hiding a lot of that. The lighting helps detract away from that. And again, one of the big things you're going to notice with this design is that the focus point's going to be around the head and the left hand. Like that's where your eyes are drawn to the most of this design. And that front piece. So you're not going to actually notice the fact that like the way the hip sits actually physically twists in a way that if a person did that, that hurt. Right? And that's the techniques that you learn of like making it real, and making it realistic doesn't always make it better. And that is something that I have learned quite a lot with art. In fact, I started with fantasy art when I was a wee little lad. So. But yes, furry art is incredibly competitive. It just needs to become a fursuit maker. Dude, I actually probably have access to far too many of the parts to make that happen. Wait. Oh, don't give me ideas. He's debuffed by living in a corner of the north. Yeah, that's true. Is your Playboy experience helpful for spicy art? I mean, I wouldn't say it's like my Playboy experience, but I guess, yeah, it's like, it's my knowledge of that sort of stuff. Makes it so I can consider things like a bit more, right? Like, talking completely analytically here, I'd probably know more positions than like the average person might, and I'd be able to draw to some of those positions and know how they function. So I'd maybe be able to pull from those ideas. Is kind of what I could say to that. Stream got a little sidetracked there. Oh, welcome to art streams. Art streams are terrible for actually doing art. They're great for talking about random shit. It's already like $2,000. Yeah, well, it's dependent on the quality, but like I could, because I have access to lots of fake fur stuff if I really wanted to. Again, I've talked about this very briefly before, because I needed to explain it correctly. one, Noxie, does hunting, and you might go, wait, where's this going with it? Because she does a lot of hunting and she wants to get into taxidermy and stuff like that, she's had to actually learn, like, get access to a lot of fake fur to, like, fill out spots that would be wrong, right? And all sorts of, techniques around that sort of things. So there's that argument to it, where, like, I could probably get access. Is a natural sheep wool good? Yeah! It depends on the model that you're trying to work with. I'm not too familiar with that. Ironically enough, Bug would be more familiar with this stuff than I. Because, I'm gonna be openly honest, I've not really done a deep dive into, fursuits myself. Which is showing me how deep yeah, no, it's a very, like, big industry. It's really cool. But yes, hello, Bug. How's it going? Compared you to a kebab. Yeah, that is true. You did get compared to a kebab earlier, Bug. Where is... Yeah. So it'd be like, if we're doing... There? I compare you to a summer's day, or whatever the Shakespeare says. Yeah, true. Midsummer's Day. Midsummer's Day. But yeah, no, hope all's well, Bug. Oh, like... There? Alright, I wonder how long it will take till I get banned here. It'd take a lot, but don't try it, please. My personal request, I don't want to have to ban people. Good, just waking up. Fair enough. What am drawing? I think you can probably take a guess looking at it. Just some dickhead. What was the design that we were thinking for the outfit again? I have to pull up.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Wait, It's the fucking binocular moment. Wait, that's actually amazing. I didn't realize it was gonna do the binoculars as well. Drone on each ear, basically. Oh, Bug. You're like the only person I can share this with. You wanna see some art? Like, you're legitimately the only one I can share these pieces of art with. Will Smith? The fuck am I supposed to... How the fuck am I supposed to do Will Smith? It's like the only line I can think of off the top of my head is fucking, what was it? Get my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth! Fresh Prince. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Yeah, what is the way to approach it? I'm not gonna start the 10 minutes until I can figure out an answer. Ah, that's hard. That's hard. No. I gotta do like a slight American thing, but like, stretch. Mousy Bay, true. Best black impression. I mean, I did kind of do one for, was it Barrett? But that goes way deeper than Will Smith. Hey man, no. Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. I'm gonna have to actually hear. Wait, let's just replay this so I can hear him again.
Oh, that's hot.
That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Hey man. Hey man. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Haha. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. How about we go? Hey guys. Gravely atoned. Yeah, I'm like trying to find a good range for. I don't think I'm gonna quite get it. Try doing a mouse impression. Actually, wait, no, I've got a perfect way to do a mouse impression. I'm just gonna do, like, super zooted mouse. Hey. God, I gotta lose things. What's going on? There you go. Do this. Looks nonsense. I can't believe it. Anya. 5 minutes. Passes. Okay. My ear. No. Don't eat my glasses. I don't have a replacement here. Pills taken, I've taken. Get my medication. Streaking? I don't know if you can do that. No. I have to save my glasses. Then. It's me. It's so rude. I wanna. I think I can, like, do the art. I can't see the screen. Is this when I try and, like, sing a song? Bro is mumbling to himself. Mean. Doing a zooted mouse impression. Aww. This is so mean. Thinking real hard. How bullying me. Bullying me again. No. Can't believe Chad would do that. This make you guys feel bad at least a little bit? Is this what I need to do? Call you Ponyo and like speak like this? I should actually wait, I could probably up the game. There we go. I've upped the gain, so like, arguably it's probably worse audio quality, but you can probably hear me a little bit better. No. Sounds like it was hitting the balls. Why would you say that? Just because I've got bigger balls than you. To be fair, this chat actually has audio proof of what I sound like when I've been hit in the balls. So you know. Take that as you will. You know what's me after 5 minutes? I mean, there's one little bit that I could walk on your disc. This. I can't even read it. I get my glasses back now. Fuck you. Okonyo daisuki desu. Kedo. Okay. And then I think I need, is it 2 more minutes to do the voice? Just do a soft whisper voice kind of thing, but very suited. Just need to use my own brain stuff for that. Need a hydrate now? Okay. Don't remind me in like 2 minutes to stop doing this voice so I can talk properly again. But yeah, Bug, I hope you like that art. Because that's all the thing related to that thing, you know? That I have to explain it as the thing because it's a thing and it's a thing. Let me know which ones you actually like and think I should do more on. I believe they took your whole titties like that. Don't touch my titties. Chat wants to touch my feet and touch my titties. What am I supposed to do? Speaking of, why do you want to, speaking of touching my titties? Chat, no. Can't do that. Nipple pasties? Oh god. I'd remove my whole titties. That I feel like that's like gonna be a painful procedure, but it may be less back problems, like nipple shaped. Isn't that the entire point? Like, doesn't that counteract the whole point of having a pasty? Is that wrong? Okay, it's been 10 minutes since I started doing that voice. Screw. God damn. I did my best. But yeah, no, Bug, hope you liked the art that I sent with that. Also, I need to fix the gain now on my microphone. Give me a second. Can I access my gain now? Just gonna have to like pseudo eyeball it, aren't I? Yeah. Voice 29 more times for fun. To be fair, an argument could be made that, like, again, just do that voice all the time. That's how you, like, get people to, I don't know, watch the stream, donate. The goals, right? Of every streamer, they're only, it's all capitalism. We only want money. Every streamer is actually secretly Mr. Krabs. I like money. I only have crabs, not capitalism. Yeah, that sucks. What do I want to do from here with the outfit? Oh yeah, there was a bit that I was gonna do, but I don't think you guys want to hear it, for the Iron Mouse thing. which was trying to sing a little bit of Ave Maria, but like I'm not practiced at the moment to try and go into the opera voice, so you'd have to listen to me fuck that up. Not Bug Man and Bug Cat. At this point, Bug, you're kind of a little bit of everything. To be fair, you did try and eat my glasses earlier. Even when I don't have spare glasses, how mean. What do I want to do for the outfit? Did we ever sit on a specific design to work from, Bug, for the outfit? I think that we were still in debate for that one, right? And how they were crunchy. I mean, they probably wouldn't be that crunchy. Well, they're just metal, mainly. Not good metal, either. And they're already falling apart, which reminds me I'd probably need to get another eye test at some point. Why do I keep reminding myself of things that cost money? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, Bug, you didn't answer. Which one of those things that I sent you do you like more? Which one should I work on for Sona? I was actually very surprised that second one turned out as well as it did. I did surgery for your eyes, but yeah, no, laser surgery is... I'm probably not gonna do laser surgery for myself because I'm too locked in with doing glasses at this point. Like, I would feel uncomfortable, as well as, in the nicest sense, well, I don't think I look that good. I think I look worse without my glasses. I think my glasses kind of fulfill my face. Probably the second one. I love the pose. Yeah, the pose also, like, helps sell it, doesn't it? I'm not gonna lie, that third one, though. And then the fourth one is... I'm gonna get into so much trouble for that one, aren't I? And that's just the first, like, 4. There's sketches for the others that, were talked about. I'd rather you have the glasses. I feel like I look better with the glasses. Like, as a personal thing. Oh, you also mean on the VTuber? I mean, yeah, I'll probably have glasses on the VTuber. Especially if we keep the Redeemer round of, hey, Malith, fucking take your glasses off. I'm literally just going to Google anime merchant character. And I'm going to look through images, and I'm going to look at different merchants in anime. Glasses look great on everyone. I do think very rarely do glasses, like, detract from someone. Needs to get new ones because favorite pair broke. I mean, that's what I was saying. It's like, I probably should get some new ones because these ones are slightly out of script now. I can tell that they're slightly out of script. And they are my only pair. I have no backups. I'm more used to my glasses, and also URL kind of have glasses hard-coded. Yeah, well, I've had glasses since primary school, right? So, like, I've had glasses on me longer than some of you have been alive. Just, like, unjokingly, right? Like, I was single digits when I got my glasses. Some of you weren't even, like, a twinkle in your mother's eye. So, I don't think I'm gonna be able to say goodbye to glasses on me easily. Maybe look like my dad? Your dad? Don't, hit the wheel all the time just for reading. Yeah. 4th grade. I can't even remember when I specifically got mine. It's been a long time. Hey, look, there's AI art in my fucking Google search. And it's nothing to do with what I even asked for. Thanks, Google. You know exactly what to do. You can filter them out now? Can you? Not that I can see easily, but maybe. To be fair, again, I've said before, my hatred of AI art simply stems from the method and how it's normally made and could, like, put out together, right? I got nothing wrong with the idea of it, as long as it's ethically sourced. In the tools section, I looked at tools. Is it under, like... Is it under the usage rights? Am I misunderstanding? Or is it advanced search? That's why Neuro gets a pass? Yeah, exactly. Like, again, this is why medical usage of a lot of AI, that's fine. Why I'm mostly fine with a lot of game companies doing it, because some of the ones that actually are, like, being clear and concise about it are using in-house resources for it. It's like, oh, this is all our art that we're using. We own the art, right? Like, we own the rights and everything to the art. We're allowed to do this with it. Because it's basically just, like, concepting arguments at that point. Because not a single one of them that are doing it the correct way have said it would make it into the, like, end of it. Thinking of DuckDuckGo? Probably thinking of DuckDuckGo. I'm just using Google. So I wouldn't be surprised if DuckDuckGo has that. They're actually a really good search engine for a variety of reasons. I would say if I was less lazy, I would probably use it more. But no, like, again, I've got nothing wrong with that sort of aspect of it. But that's why I like how there have been people that have spoken up, being quite positive towards it and have retracted their statement because of seeing further usage of it. Because it is a very abusable tool. And when it is treated as an abusable tool, that's where it's very clearly a problem, right? I don't think any of us are gonna be, like, super happy about that. Because at that point in time, it is actually, like, stealing. Like, it is not actually, like, it is stealing. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Give me a moment. Alright, we're good. Good. And now ads are in progress. Fuck. Bug, I'm gonna send you a design. What do you think of something like this as a slight foundation point for the outfit? Because I feel like that fits kind of what we were aiming for, right? Hydrate? I'll hydrate. It's midnight? Fuck. Yeah, it's probably time to go to bed. Ty is live on stream. Don't worry, that's probably... Realistically, that's probably how I'm gonna go out. At this rate, I'm just gonna stream more and more, and eventually it's just gonna be me popping on there. Can't wait to be a news article. Some guy writes for say this little known streamer dies live on stream. No, it's the thing. No, it's actually 9 AM. It's not midnight. How deep? No, yeah, it's probably. Yeah, I'd recommend going to bed, but also I'm probably not the right person to ask because I haven't slept in like 3 days. I mean, what? Didn't hear what you say about the man you sent. That is a baseline design idea for the outfit. Like, it's just the foundation point to work from. What's your thoughts? I felt like that was kind of what we were looking at already. Hey, look, the ads are going. You can't talk, like, anything I talk about right now doesn't get, recognized, right? Right? You have a driver's exam tomorrow? Yeah, no, go rest. You probably should have a good bit of sleep before doing that. I love that on Discord we started using good whatever the time of day you have for a while. I mean, it's a soft bet, because, like, we've got a lot of people across the globe now. Right? Like, while a good chunk of you are from Poland, why not? Not so much his headband. Oh, yeah, no. I'm just more meaning, like, his actual outfit, right? Not the headband, but, like, just the general, physical outfit parts. Like, the core stuff of it. So I feel like that's what we looked at already a bunch. Have a good stream. Thank you for stopping by and have a good sleep and good dreams. Alright, let me take a moment then with that in the docket of thought. Cause it fills out what we wanted from what the design thing was. Trade the wrist. Yeah. Exactly. So it'd be what, the belts? Because we talked about having belts across. And we did talk about the, what's it called? Asymmetry that we probably need to have in there. I feel like it's got to be to the right. Okay, I have a dumb question. And this is me probably overthinking things. When you have, like, a shoulder piece like that, for, like, a character where they'd have, like, a leather shoulder piece on one side. Just using a really loose example. So they've got one belt across like this. Which arm do you put it on, and why? Because, like, my thought is that it's probably supposed to be the dominant hand, but maybe I'm wrong, because you could also argue it's for defensive purposes. I'm gonna actually look this up. Again, immediately I acknowledge I'm thinking far more about this than almost any designer has thought about this. let's see. Side plate, tactical vest. Strap should be secured. Buck's position. Back. No, that doesn't ask me. Shoulder arm. No, that's not what I'm wanting. Side is goal. Strapped. Holder armor. Gone. What shoulder should I put? Okay, let's go Reddit. Let's see what Reddit's got to say. Because this is about, yeah, so it's a LARP thing. Cool, that's perfect. What music is this? I think it's just our normal, Stardew Valley. I'm right-handed. I'm part of a warrior elf species. Everyone has weapons. I'm a field surgeon. I have a short one-handed sword and no shield. My pauldron do not limit my mobility in any way. So, if you have it on your sword arm, fight defensively. So the sword arm is towards the enemy. Same with okay, so yes, armor is supposed to be facing towards the enemy. That's what that makes fucking sense, right? This would allow you to mitigate some of the incoming blows without fully being kitted up. Cool. If the armor you wear only provides armor points in-game protection for the area it covers, then I would wear it on the sword shot. Yeah, so it's your dominant hand you're doing it with. In the case of the one guy, I'm assuming it's a merchant, so maybe puts it on his shoulder. Yeah, like I was thinking that as well. Is that it's like it's the side that I feel like you're putting your bags on the most often, you're hauling stuff with the most often. Here, I'm listening to LARPers talk about it. It's like for defensive and like such purposes, it's the side that you've got presented to the enemy, which I agree with, by the way, having done the martial arts I've done. Would likely be the weapon, because most weapons, the benefit of using a weapon is its reach over, like, hand to hand, right? If you're in a fight and you've got someone with hand to hand and you've got a staff of some kind, the point is you're supposed to be using your distance as the advantage. So you want flexibility and mobility, so it makes sense that one side might be armored. This would be more the case for having, like if they had a sword or some other kind of weapon. So, having done LARPing, I'd fucking love to do LARPing. Real talk. It looks fun as shit. There's actually a local Jedi LARPing group, that I've looked at a couple times. Oh, but here's a great counter-argument, by the way. And I like this counter-argument someone's made here. Most people are right-handed, so most sword attacks will come from your left. So your left shoulder should be more protected. Apparently if you're looking for historical accuracy. And I'm like, that makes sense as well. Do not catch me dead LARPing. What's wrong with LARPing? It looks fucking fun. Going around fucking beating people up. I cringe IRL too easy. Oh, that's fair, I guess, yeah. I know, I guess since I have my no shame aspect to me, I would probably enjoy it. Right. No, not in full character. I mean, the idea is that it's like while you're on the battlefield, you're in character, right? And your character could be whatever the fuck you want it to be. It could just basically be you, but like medieval-ish. That's it. Nothing actually changes. It's just you probably can't say, oh, this reminds me of an episode of Star Trek. A VTuber's always LARPing. I mean, it's not an inaccurate way to probably view it. could be mute. Exactly, you could be a mute character. Yeah, no, it's interesting because there is two arguments being made here. It's either whichever is your leading or, like, basically whatever part of your body you're leading with, or the side that is most commonly going to be what you're probably defending against. So, the problem is, that does put us in a problematic situation. I'm right-handed. But obviously, there's the argument of it probably goes to the left. Because it's the question of, if I'm swung at from the right side fully, that means I either have to twist my body to try and force my right side into the attack, which is not what you want to fucking do, or I have to obviously use a more proactive duck, or evasion method. Because if it swings around, it'll hit me either square on the chest or in my left shoulder, which is not defended. Japan had left-handed traffic because when samurai walked on the road, they had their swords on their left for easy access with their dominant right. To avoid skirmishes, they'd walk in a way that didn't brandish their weapon. Yes, I actually did remember that. Well, you've actually pointed out something. I was like, yeah, that's a good point. In a forest or MD park in a big event. Okay, in a parking lot? Hell no. Yeah. No, yeah, that is actually a core thing of, like, you might wonder why a lot of places do that. It's like, there are actual, like, understandable reasons why that shit is done. And then America being fucking weirdos. Sorry for calling you out, Bug, but you have to understand. So yeah, I guess, based on everything we've seen, I still think it's probably meant to be on the right shoulder, right? Because again, if we're talking both practical combat-wise and practical merchant-wise, it makes sense to be on the dominant side that you're going to use, because that's going to be either the thing that's more forward, or it's going to be the thing that's hauling stuff, so you want the, like, shoulder protection. Also, hey, you Deep, how's it going? Yeah, no, that makes the most sense. I mean, it's probably still has something on the left shoulder a little bit, but, like, the main piece that you'd have is definitely, this side. Right? That would make the most sense to me, personally. Yeah. So kind of that, very basically, with obviously some more detailing to it. I don't know, it feels, at the moment it looks very gladiatorial because we've not got anything else on the character, but yeah. Dude, it's just the arm thing. There's no shirt underneath. Man's gonna go out and fight a bear. Weird mouth thing you showed me, still caught up on that. That's fair, that's fair. I'm glad I gave you something that's like both weird and interesting to work with. I don't know, I guess there's also an argument then that shouldn't there be like some form of gauntlet on this side? Just a little bit. Stretch. Oh, I almost felt my shoulder pop out then. There you go. I don't know if you can hear the clicks. Oh, that's alright. Oh. There we go. Minecraft mod pack, eat 1 gigabyte of your main drive. Fucking Jesus. Dude, Minecraft be wild though sometimes. Never underestimate it. Scary place. A minute. I don't know why that just like gave me that energy of like minute. Minute. Didn't even load in the main menu, and it did ass 8 gigabytes. I have both the launcher and the mod pack on E drive, not main, so it's pissing you off. Damn. You can redeem Google Play points for Blue Archive. Yay. Must be the Java temp folding. Yeah. Okay. It needs a pouch at least. Okay. I've been getting back into Pokemon TCG Pocket, and your sister came back from the trip. And we got your Pokemon Ramen Bowl. I think I remember the Ramen Bowl. I think you mentioned that? Maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, can someone tell me if I'm being weird or not for this thought, but is this giving off, like, slight Gilgamesh vibes? Anyone else? From Fate? I just want to know if I'm being insane on that thought. No, Griffith? Oh, Jesus. I think the eyes are still too high up, eh? God damn it. It was bound to happen. I haven't been looking because that's part of the game announcements, and that's all stuff for later. Yeah. Also, I'm probably not the right person to ask in general, because, like, I'm not... Not to say I'm not a fan, but, like, I also didn't play... thing. Say what you will to that statement. Not what is it called again? The game from the what is it called again? What's Megalovania from? Undertale. There we go. I remembered it because it sans Undertale. Fuck. Shut up. Yeah, I didn't actually play Undertale. I've watched playthroughs of it, but I've never played it myself. Don't judge me for the fact that I just basically had to explain it via, like, the most roundabout method. Okay, Bug, what's your thoughts? Because you're the other person's helping design on this stuff. So this kind of outfit. We remove the, like, the underbody and shit. Kind of that idea. Okay, I have a question. Do we think fingerless glove, like the fingerless gloves, or full hand gloves? Because those are the two choices I'm giving right now, for at least one hand. Because I have a soft spot for fingerless, but he is gonna have gloves no matter what. Try fingerless. Alright. That. Two-handed weapon? Well, I mean, he's got his... He doesn't have weapons, per se. He's magic, right? He's magic and he's got his staff. It's not staff, it's a cane. That's like, I don't know. Some dingy-ass stick. Works better when you need grip over attachment. I mean, he is supposed to feel like a bit of a merchant by design, but like, again, so let's bring up the things, right? It's, what is it? Right, there we go. That's like the main points to acknowledge with it. It's like fallen angel, demon, dragon aesthetic with like noble merchant mixed with a traveler. So it's the high functioning style of a noble merchant with the practicality of someone that actually does walk fucking everywhere. Right? It's why like a lot of his stuff's going to be very stylized, but, partly because a lot of it might not even be his, arguably. But his boots are going to be highly practical, right? That's why, again, his boots are arguably designed to be boring. Because they're designed to be like boots that you would wear to walk everywhere. Traveling boots. Keeping in mind as well, like arguably some of these pieces of attire he's taken, or acquired, quotation marks, are literally like famous historical items that have just existed. He's like, oh, I like that, I want that. And he takes it, and he fucks off. why he's also supposed to be somewhat mix-matched with it all, which is why the original design had a lot more like noble-esque design with it for a character that had like incredibly boring boots. That's why we've moved a bit more to a practical side with a little bit more discrepancy, because it feels more correct for what he's trying to do. The reason why we were talking about like the armor for so long on one side is because it's a mix of sense of practical fighting argument, but also he's a guy that probably would pick shit up and move around. So again, that goes to that point of talking about like the grip over protection. Arguably, he probably doesn't need any form of protection because, I don't know, he's probably doesn't die easily. But he'd probably need to be able to pick up the damn fucking crates much easier, right? I do see way more Gilgamesh in this than I was expecting, though. Just the way the face is a little bit with the earring just kind of gives me that vibe. Mongrel. Ah, okay. Not fair enough, Buck. Love his eyes. I do like that as well. That was one of the things that while we're looking at stuff, I was like, I like that. Yeah, I had a squiz just then at it as well. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay. I'm not gonna draw the other boot. I just can't be asked right now. Do we put gloves on both hands? Yeah, we put gloves on both hands. And I think it is actually gonna be, fingerless on both. Rings on the cane hand? I mean, he can still have rings on, the glove hand, or like a gloved hand, right? I don't disagree with giving him some rings, potentially, just to, like, add to that little bit of charm. Oh, look, I fully want to stress, like, the design we're trying to go for as well, in case it wasn't mentioned or obvious. I am fully going for a guy that, like, I want to see not safe for work out of. Fight me. Like, if I design this and I don't see someone take off the shoulder strap and then have his, like, chest bare and him lying back looking at me seductively, I'm gonna be disappointed. Can make not safe for work, exactly. No, I mean, again, I said there was kind of a few ways I would take doing a model. One of the ways, as I talked about, I wanted almost to have a thirst model so I can look over it and be like, oh yeah, baby, that's pretty good, right? And it was a toss-up for a long time, and then that's where we ended up with. After discussing it a bunch with everyone. is that, like, it felt like the correct way to go is to lean in more to that aspect of the design, but still have the horror aspects as well. Because, like, one of the things that I do want to draw, and I want to draw a separate layer, something that, again, me and Bug talked about quite a bit, is that the horns aren't gone. They're going to just be toggleable, right? And they're going to be way more intense now because of that. Because, like, look at that. Just even quickly sketching them not properly, like that. I like that a lot. From pregnant? Okay, to be fair, I want to say this now. You draw him impreg, I'ma retweet it. Anytime I see this character draw impreg, as long as it's not, like, actually too much into it, I'll retweet it. Time to start practicing art. Hell yeah, brother. What did I hear you say then, a Macho Man Randy Savage? Hell yeah, brother! I got a hell yeah! Okay. It's not one-winged angel. It is supposed to be on both sides. I'm just lazy. Fight me. In fact, if you're gonna complain about it, you know what we'll do? Control C, Control V. Separate. Flip. There we go. I'm fucking lazy. You know what? I'm gonna... Look, I'm just tired. Just layer below. There we go. Isn't there a mirror stroke tool? There is. Correct. But that's like for after. Anyway, so that's what we're kind of like, I'm thinking and looking at, right? What do we think? Nice changes? There'll be more than this to it, by the way. Like, this is, again, we're doing real, like, planning early stages with this. And making him pregnant with triplets. Dude, I love the idea that... Okay, no, I've got a question for y'all. And it's gonna be a lore question that's gonna affect far more than, like, anything else. So remember how there's Malith and Scarlet, right? In terms of the lore. That's not changed. Scarlet still exists. Scarlet will probably get a makeover as well once we've, like, concluded the design for Malith. I'm gonna ask, should they be considered siblings? I mean, technically, but, like, it's the argument of it's technically self-cest. If we think, is it incest or self-cest? It's up to you guys now. You've got the decision in your hands. Not siblings, not incest. You guys don't want to be considered incest? So either way, they're fucked. I mean, kinda. Incest is disgusting. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. In a real life setting, I don't like incest at all. That's fucking disgusting. And content, I don't care. What about both? Self-incest. Well, this is kind of why I'm asking the question, because it is technically both. I mean, there's nothing wrong with self-cest. Telling me you can't go fuck yourself and it be, like, that's pretty normal. In fact, I'd argue that's probably one of the normalest fucking ones of that list. It's just hard to quite achieve to the same degree. Wait a minute. Can't you get, like, those toys made where it's basically, like, a recreation of a person? But for, like, you know, that kind of reason? Would it be... Do I continue with this train of thought? Malice, you've got a slight warning bell of if you continue this train of thought, are people gonna think less of you? Thank you for expanding my brain. What if you did that? Like, it's modeled after myself. What? Yeah. Being Caster Willy? Guys, I've got a new merch idea. Including the Beyblade and the Magic the Gathering proxy. I have another merch idea. To expand our operations. Jay, you don't understand. It's... What if I, like, partner up with Bad Dragon, right? And... I fucking can't. This joke's too much for even me. Get fucked by your favorite streamer. Oh, I hate it. Oh, thanks. I don't. Why not? Think in the other direction? I mean, there's that as well. But the difference is, the other direction, that's gonna cost thousands and thousands of dollars to even, like, make it, regardless of the amount of work to, like, set it up. Malice on a hole? I mean, it's the other way, right? I mean, we could do both. It's in conjunction. Can fuck him in the ass and get... Yeah. To be fair, there are content creators that do have, like, custom honor holes and shit. So, you know, it's probably not even that far off the mark to get something like a dildo made that's, like, grafted to me. Definitely be a new, like, merch idea that I'm not sure how successful it'd be. But it'd be fucking funny. K to gay adapter! Gets it, and it's full of razors. I would never do that to you, Chad. Don't worry. Yeah, how you doing, Bug, with this conversation? Pain. You telling me that it's not a great idea, though? not saying you need to put, like, you don't need to buy it. God, no, I'm gonna give you the rest of the merch, not that one. But, like, such a fucking idea. Oh. Dude, that would be such, no, if I ever did that, I have to do like the advertisements like, and that's right, I look out for you in the audience, those women and those that are on the scale to gay. I see you out there, and so I made this for you. Fucking hate myself. I actually hate this joke so fucking much, but it's so fucking funny for all the wrong reasons. Oh god, I hate it here. Well, at least we have sexy mallet design. There's something to come out of it. So of course I've got to do one thing before we like kind of consider this even finished up, which is what happens when you get a little too excited. Right? What would we do to make this more like scary? Care about my audience no matter who you are, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Now you can go fuck yourself with my new merch. Yes! I love that. I care about my audience. Dude, I mean, fuck yourself. It has to be how it's said. Dude, I feel like I've got the best merch ideas. I want to do Beyblade and proxies and dildos. Why not? There's a named actress molded fist for sale. Well, I know there's like molded on our holes as well, right? There's a couple that I know of that have done that. Because surprisingly enough, when you're in the VTubers fair for long enough, shit you see. Have you seen the foot one? Yeah. Yeah, I did see the foot one. Again, I follow VTubers immediately when something like that turns up. Hey chat, do you want... Hey chat, hey chat, hey chat, we're trying to engagement bait. Hey chat. Look, I'm not trying to be negative about it. I'm just like, I've seen it so much. I'm impressed by the most exotic, the creativity of it. I don't disagree with you on that, right? Like, I fully concur with, like, there's a level of creativity that I'm like, that's just impressive. But, like, oh dear God, I really don't. I didn't want to see that today. Right? Like, that's how I come down to it with it all. Two beers left. Should I indulge or not? That is the question. I mean, do you have anything you need to do tomorrow and or in the next few hours? No? Okay, do it. Hey, VDC, how's it going? Exists on main roads. I mean, that's the thing in Japan as well. They're not actually hard to find. They are just straight up just around. You just need to go up some stairs to get to them. Midnight? Should you not be going to bed then? Save the 2 beers. You'll have, 2 tomorrow. Exactly. Find the elevator or have no windows. In Germany, it was just the street and we'll go advertise it. No. There was also stuff like that, though. There was, like, straight up, bonded shit that was, like, you could see it from the road. Like, it was just literally in the doorway. And this was in Akiba. Like, seriously. This was not far from where the Sega building was. It caught me a little bit off guard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was relatively simple, normal cosplay in the first, like, floor or two. With, like, some stuff to show what's going, like, further up and or in the basement. Suck at sleeping? I can't say shit right now, so, you know. Okay, question. If we just focus on the face for a bit. What are you thinking of, what are you thinking of this? Obviously with a couple of tweaks to it all. Let me just quickly. This is like the most scuffed way of answering this problem. Oh, hydrate! Oh, bullshit! Oh. Person of commission will hate you? Yeah. Look, I fully, again, based on a couple other things as well, this is gonna be a nightmare for rigging if we did this part of it early. I do not expect to do this form for a long time, especially knowing it's going to augment, like, the body as well, because, realistically, it will just go, like, oh, cool thing, hands are now, like, demonic as fuck as well. Shit like that. There we go. So also imagine like wings that would suit. I'm not gonna draw the wings because that's just gonna take forever. Yeah, this is the kind of mallet that's pinning you down. Just so you have that imagery down. God, it is actually a huge change. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit more than I was actually expecting it to be. Just when you just quickly flick it through. Just going out for a daily stroll. Anyway. Biblically accurate angel, exactly. You could literally be a biblically accurate angel. Like, not even like a joke at that. Like, you could do whatever the fuck you want. But also, yeah, no, we did kind of just go send it with this one, didn't we? Again, the point of the character is it's like, what are you? Yes, I am what the fuck ever I am. Is he a biblically accurate angel? He's just fucking monstrous. That's what he is. That's why, like, I went with a heavy crown-like attire with the horns, because it's like, no, it's still playing homage to the fact that it's a goddamn dragon-esque sort of design. Alright? Like, is this a demon? Is this a dragon? What is this? It is yes. Especially knowing the wings are probably going to get, like, rather intense with this form. I'm tempted to, like, add spikes coming out of him at spots, or, like, something. So, like, something like that, right? Or it's just shit popping out of him. But I don't want to tear up a shirt. Flaked all on the creature tag. Yes! That's actually a perfect way to describe what I want it to be. So that's why I'm like, I wouldn't even be amiss to the eyes not being like still the base eyes there. I just want it to look like you can still see him underneath it. Right? Like you can still kind of see the character that you had before. It's just like you're seeing the shit rip away. I love the idea of this man just going like, I'ma tear you a fucking... This man finds you in the forest late at night. Oh no. You found yourself quite the situation. Right? I swear to God, if you wanted to actually make it, like, weird as fuck, though, it's just like, I'm gonna show you what goes bump in the night. It's like, what? There's a will, there holds a goal. To be fair. No, you've just reminded me of that one fucking meme. Give me a second. This. Perfect, I found the meme. You're cringing? I'm glad, Bug. Suffer. This meme right here. Like this right here is what you're giving me the energy of. It's just the, oh, what do we have here for Draven? Weirdly hot, babe. Oh. You're ready to pucker up for the Draven? Sure I am. Jackpot! I fucking love this bit so fucking much. Because this summarizes the internet far more than it should now. Right? Like... let's be fucking honest. This is slowly becoming the meme for this as well. It's just like, what is it? Ooh, nice hard-looking man. How about you pucker up for me? Alright, jackpot. This is a new Resident Evil monster. It really fucking does kind of feel like that, doesn't it? I like it when someone wants me. Yes. Oh, that's so fucking good. But yeah, how you doing there, Bug, with the cringe? Well, you don't like the weird fucking roleplay memes we're doing? Sending a shiver down your spine, going like, please stop, for the love of God. I'll end you. All the good stuff. Also, yes, I did see what you sent me. God damn it. I love how he goes to being such a normal boy. God fucking damn it. I love how but he does feel like such a normal boy like this. You're like, okay, maybe he's like some demon sort of thing. And then you go to this, you're like, okay, alright, well, we're kind of getting a vibe that he's a little bit more. Alright, then. The eyes and wings stay on during sex. Dude, of course they do. Do you not know the importance of handlebars? Hi, babe, how's it going? Hi, Raiders. What a time to join it. Hi. Yeah, don't worry about the How you doing, babe? How you doing? Opals, wow. I'm now gonna have to deal with that aspect of it all. Don't worry about the... What do you mean? It's handlebars. They're important. Lisa was enduring the merch talks. Okay, that's actually a good point. Yeah, there's been some discussions today. I swear most of today has been normal. Can I even say that? If you're wondering, Beb, to give all of the context that you might need, all I need is this one meme that I showed a second ago. Here. This is what we've been doing with the Malith design for the VTuber, and how it's kind of turned out. Ready to pucker up for breathe. Jackpot! But yeah, no, we've been playing around with, redesigning everything and actually, like, sitting down properly to think about how it should look. That's where we're kind of sitting at now. Ignore, obviously, like, how much of it's just, like, very early sketch stages, so you can still see, like, the body underneath the clothing and everything. And then, yeah, we have the first stage of extras. And then, yeah, more extras. Even down bad for the God of War cube. Please don't remind me of the God of War cube. If someone tells me they're down bad for that cube, I swear, I'm gonna be worried. I haven't set all those to be completed yet. There we go. Something slimes. I mean, what's that one slime girl from Monster Musume? I think it is, right? I know she got, like, really popular. I'm gonna eat the cube? That's one way of getting rid of it. But yeah, no, we've got further of the sketching going. Got an idea going with it all. I swear it wasn't intended to look as much like Gilgamesh to me as it. I can't get over that it looks like Gilgamesh to me. Like, it really feels like that kind of energy where he's about to, like, call me something. Yeah, go for it, Bug. I ain't gonna stop you. I don't know why. It really gives me that vibe. He's gonna call me a mongrel. I swear. It's not fully my intention. It looks like he would call you as... That's why I say mongrel, right? Because he does call everyone mongrels. It definitely feels like he would give, like, that snaky sort of way of speaking a little bit. Like that. How do you do? It's only a short. Don't concern yourself with the problems. Ironically enough, he looks less like Gilgamesh here and more like socially acceptable when we've got him with horns. So there you go. It's the important thing of horns and wings add to the I don't know. I'm pretty sure this guy would call you something. I don't know if we can repeat that. Mainly it's because I don't think any living creature could pronounce it, but you know. Yeah, is it just me, or does he look less fuckboy energy when you've got, like, the horns and wings? Like, he looks so much like an asshole like this. He looks nicer. Like, in the sense of, like, he looks like he's gonna be a nicer person when he's got the... Maybe there's some real wrong stuff in my head, though. Maybe that's where that's coming from. Well, I guess we've got, like, a real interesting early design. I'm clearly doing well, okay? You're gonna have to give me some You having a stroke? I wish. They're way more fun. No, this is just incompetence. Big difference. You know, the normal thing, right? Right? Yeah. I don't know, it's just like, I think adding the earring really added to the, like, idea of him feeling more like Gilgamesh. But it just feels really nice on his design, right? Incontinence, there's something very different. Is there anything else anyone wants to, like, throw into the hat of what we should try with the design? Because I'm gonna start trying, like, some background color. Make him pregnant? No, that's the fan art. Fan artists can make that happen. Wow, is that all the skin that's, like, intended to be showing? That's kind of nuts to think about, actually. That's not that much. Huh. I don't know why a lot of the designs I've done tend to have him actually, like, not showing that much skin. It's your job, Buck. Exactly. The gloves are throwing you off? How so? Feel so modern? You're saying that because the rest of the design is more fantasy-esque, they feel wrong? Is it because of the top windows? Do you think those are the problem? If I, like, removed those, it would feel maybe a little bit better? That. Oh, no, I can see that that's not locked in. Give me a sec. Let it load. There we go. Let's see. Do people do fingerless back in the day? It feels like a fashion statement rather than practical. Grip. It is actually an argument. We talked about this earlier a little bit, but it's for grip. You would get better grip with fingerless gloves, and because he is kind of designed with the traveling merchant mindset, it actually makes a good bit of sense that his outfit is designed with being able to actually move and grab things. Does that make sense, somewhat? It's up to you. I mean, no, this is what I'm saying. Like, please point out things that you're like about it, because that's the best way to test against, right? Like, sure, I can have my ideas, but we also are, like, opening the floor for a reason. I approve of cosplayable designs. That's actually a solid shout to say. Right. And at the end of the day, I don't think this design's far away from cosplay. Like a cosplayable option. As you can see, I am being somewhat lazy on some of this. That's why we're just doing like basic level coloring for now. Something like that, maybe? That's a bit better. Oh, whoops. I forgot that I've taken off applied thing. There we go. Obviously, the eyes are going to be way more intensive than that. Okay. So something like that for the preliminary idea. I think it's taking from what we'd kind of had before. I'll probably tweak the colors, obviously, to match a little bit more to what we had. I don't know, this light blue is probably one of the ones that I'm the most, like, question marking about. What do we think could... What else could go in that kind of color spot? Maybe a pink? Like, more of a pink? I think more of a lighter, like a lavender is. Straight up blinding. God, no. I think something like that. Just a light puck to it. Right? Can I help? I mean, it's just, what does it look nice is kind of the argument, right? I still think there's too many browns. I think a lot of the, there needs to be like some breakup from these browns in some spots. Crimson, maybe? So, I'll try it, but I will give my, like, statement about why I'm scared about crimson. And, it's simply put, while it may look nice, it's the care of, do I put that in there, or do I put it in somewhere else, because there's a chance that we've got the argument of scarlet still, right? Darker gray black. Okay, give me a sec. Like that. Yeah, like, I'm thinking that's a bit, like, that may, I think it needs to be a brightish color. Like, a soft, bright color. That's why, like, the pink kind of stands to me. It's why I'm also thinking about the red. But if it was to be the red, it would need to be a little bit more vivid, like that, which I'm, like, a bit mixed on. Honestly, if I was to do red, I would probably do it like there. Whoops, I forgot that it's applied to thing. Yeah. Because then it's a subtle nod, right? Like the pink so far. I'm trying to think of like a color that's not pink that works for it better, but like, I don't know, green. It's not bad. Light blue. No. Aqua. Ugh. Purple again. No. Magenta. Again, I like the more placid lavender there. Orange. Piss. I don't know. I really don't know. I hate that I think it is actually the pink works the best. For now, at least. But there might be an argument to be made, like, it'll change once, if we change some other colors around, because I do think that this is not the final coloring that we want. So I think this is what we've got for now. I do need to probably do like a cleaned up version of all of this though. But I do like the idea of like just the one spot of red. Again, I want just the one spot of red because I want a reference to Scarlet. I don't want much of a reference. It's the same with how, and the stuff we've done with Scarlet's design, like the last one we worked on, I think she only had like really the scar, right? Did I not redraw in the scar? I didn't redraw the scar. I wonder if that was on purpose or not, I can't remember. But the idea that there's like one piece that's a reference to the other on the design, I like. So, doing that, yeah, I could try and use a color wheel picker thing. I think that's something I'll probably sit down and properly do at some stage. Just like actually figure out my colors from something like that. Look at some of those things. But like, again, I like the idea of there being a nod on each of the characters to the other character. Even though, yes, it's still up in debate whether or not it's, like, dubious that these two would, have a Look, I want to stress, okay, so let's just, like, inner thought moment here. You know why I kind of want to do the Scarlet design as well? It's like a bunch of reasons, but like one of the reasons as well is it gives an outlet for people that would want to have like a female character alongside Malith in a way that potentially might be sexual. So it means that like they don't feel like they have to do something else, and I know it's not gonna fix the problems, but it's a soft way of like stamping out or reducing a problem that I'll have. Does that, I'm sure people can kind of see where I'm going with that argument, right? I'm hoping that makes like a little bit of sense. I mean, like, there's an argument I could give softer colors as well across the board. Like, one of the colors we could muck with is this one and give it, like, a very light color there to, like, help offset. Not sure how I feel about that, though. Give it salmon. I'm thinking like the light blue hue works nice for the undershirt against the darker purple. At this point in time, it's gonna probably just be like finicky design stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably it for most part today in terms of design. Bug, do you want me to just send this file to you? So you can also play around with things? And play around with the anything on it yourself that you'd want to. Yeah, I'll do that right after stream then. might wrap out now. Because we are almost at the 4-hour mark. And I got some other work that I need to get done. So. Alright. So, I'm gonna leave it off with the good old thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, goodbye.